What's up, guys? Genetic Journal's back. It's been way too long, probably about 2 months. I've been super busy in the garage with probably one of the bigger projects I've done. So let me show you what I've been up to. So this is what we got. New front end on the SP racing mower. The big addition though this time is the front brakes. Now you could just buy a front brake kit for kart racing, but I wasn't really feeling that. If you get into the geometry a little bit, what it would do is if you had the kart kits, they put the disc right in between your kingpin and your tire and or your wheel. As you can see, I only got about half an inch there. So, you know, if I was to have a disc break in between the tire and the kingpin, you know, we'd be sticking this tire out quite a bit, a lot more than that half an inch, because you have to accommodate for the caliper and just all sorts of other stuff. So what you'd end up with is your tire sticking out really far, which seems to work, I guess, pretty well on go-karts on asphalt, especially when you're doing left and right turns. But for dirt oval, you know, these are considerably, for the width, is a lot longer wheelbase than a kart. So you know, it wouldn't really work out as well. So what I ended up doing was developing my own inboard brake system. So what we actually have is a live axle that transfers the motion from the wheel inside of the spindle and kingpin where the disc is located. So I'll take one of these wheels off and see if you guys can get a better look at it. You can see it a little better with the wheel off. What we got going on here is MCP rotors, MCP calipers, and MCP master cylinder back there. Some nice stainless steel braided lines. And pretty much everything else was made in the shop. These hubs were turned down from a 3-inch piece of 6061 aluminum. You know, about like a foot of it, foot long, 3-inch. Turned it down, and man, I use that lathe a lot more than I've used it on any other projects, and things tired, but hey, I got the job done. I got the threading jobs done too. Also, I had to turn down this piece. This is a chromoly steel. I had to turn it down the ID for an 1 5/8 OD bearing. So those are a nice press fit in there. But yeah, a lot of work. A lot of custom work. Everything takes way longer than you think. Probably put I don't know, I mean, for me and my lathe and my skill set, I probably put a couple hours into each of these hubs, and there's 4 of them, so you know, that's a full day work right there. Yeah, I came up with the whole thing in my mind. I knew it'd be some close fitment, but it worked out pretty good. The one thing I had to do to get a little more room for my rotors was make these plates bent. You know, a lot of times on racing lawnmowers, you'll see them, they're just straight. But you know, I contoured them a little bit to give it some more room for the caliper and the you know, just give it some more room. But you know, I think it came out with a lot more refined look. It looks a lot more like a manufactured product. Got some nice gussets on the top and bottom. Came out pretty well. Another thing I had to do was the heim joints. If I just got a regular male heim joint, it wasn't going to be long enough. So what I had to do was get some female heim joints, cut them down a little bit. Got some nice 5/8 fine thread, grade 8 threaded rod. Socked them in all the way with some red Loctite, so they're not coming out at all. But yeah, I had to do that also to give me about maybe another half an inch out. That's about all I needed, but I'm still well within the overall width. I got a good inch to go, so half an inch on each side. But you know, if I really wanted to get that close, I could make it up with some just, you know, pulling those heim joints out a little bit. So yeah, I didn't do any recording when I was making this front end. A couple reasons why. One of them is that I'm not a machinist. I'm barely even a hobbyist at best. So, you know, there's a lot of guys doing really good stuff, a lot of great machining videos on YouTube, and you don't need to see what I'm doing with the machine, because you know, these guys are pros, and I'm just getting it done as best I can. And another reason is, you know, it would have been really long, a lot of recording, lot of editing, and then it would have been probably a lot of multi-part videos unless I just totally skimmed over it, in which case what's the point basically. You know, this was a couple weeks worth of work for me, pretty much almost every night down here in the garage. So you know, plus it's a lawnmower front end. You know, I don't know how many guys are really into it. So hopefully I can keep it entertaining enough for this video, which isn't going to be that long. Multi-part video, it would have lost its appeal pretty quick. So let me show you what I got going on with some of the adjustments on this front end. All right, so we got an adjustable wedge, adjustable camber, adjustable caster, and of course toe in and toe out. Toe in, toe out. I'm sure most of you guys are familiar with that. That's pretty easy. That's if the front wheels are pointed into each other or away from each other. So what I have is a left-handed thread on one side and a right-handed on the other. So I loosen up these lock nuts here and just turn that one nut, and then you know, it'll point my wheel in or out depending on which I want. Let's see, I got the caster. That was easy as well. I just have a just a slot machined in these top plates here, so I can loosen up these nuts, which I'm going to put washers on. This is just mocked up, so I can loosen up those nuts and tilt the kingpin forward or backward for the caster I'm looking for. Camber, similar as well, as you can loosen or tighten these nuts depending what you need to do on the top and on the bottom heim joint to tilt your kingpin either in or out, depending on what you're looking for. And then wedge, that's the most tricky one to do, I think. And you can see there's about one thread there exposed, and that's a little bushing I made on the lathe. So what it is I'd have to loosen up these shaft collars, and then using the flats here I could jack this spindle up or down. I got about 3/4 of an inch travel total on both sides. So you know, I could put a little more weight on the left front or on the right front. These seem to like a little more on the left front, lighten up the left rear a little bit, help them turn. That's pretty much what we find with these racing mowers. That's basically going to do it for this video. I just want to show you what I've been up to. We're by no means going away. I've been too busy with that and a lot of other stuff. You know, it's getting into summer, but I'm gonna hit it hard. I got a race I want to make by the end of July, and as you can see, I got a ways to go. The motor's still at the shop, but most of the fabrication, pretty much all of it is done on that. So I'm just gonna take it apart, paint it. Hopefully it comes out good. I'm gonna actually try doing a halfway decent paint job, and definitely gonna be doing some recording, trying to make a national event in Maryland. So it's a pretty big deal down there, a lot bigger than our local fairs. So definitely doing some recording from there. And we gotta get the bikes going, man. This is a shame. This is a shame, but we'll get them. We'll get them. Anyways, catch you guys next time.